It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Browns and the reigning Super Bowl champs on Thursday night primetime.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago. The Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. The wait is finally over. Brandon Garden, Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
McLeod to return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here's the Cleveland offense, and here's Baker Mayfield, former Heisman Trophy winner, ready to go at quarterback.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively, because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also, when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7, forthcoming.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw into the hands of Hooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Javon Holland coming up to make the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Again, he's got that man Landry. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Mayfield's throw taken in by Landry. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So this is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. Now it's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's brought down after a very nice game.
Yeah, this is my offline, Rich. Edited a quarterback, but made all the draft picks and everything.
It's happening early. A definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion of this first quarter already. And now after that completion, they're set up first.
Oh, this is also a slider I downloaded called CPU users. It's pretty cool.
First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Chubb is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Bullet good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And trotting out there, their tall quarterbacks down to get 6'5".
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership. That's what he's trying to accomplish.
They'll start with the option. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Second down, here's Chubb again. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw going to be caught by McKenzie. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the throw there going to be incomplete. They sure went against conventional wisdom, calling a pass on 3rd and inches. Had to be thinking to themselves, the defense is going to overcommit against the run. Should be an easy pitch and catch. Didn't turn. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. Still going. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're good.
And he takes this one in for a Browns score. Nick Chubb, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now 14-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. The drive starts with a completion left side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. DJ Chark from 10 yards out. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession. And he's found the end zone twice. And the Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Jerome Baker there on the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. 2nd and 1. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now back to throw. Buying time to his left. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They'll look to throw again. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Brownsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it.
Now Mayfield lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. Some good games starting in the early window on Sunday, and one of the big ones features the New England Patriots, as they'll have to contend with the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. The 4 o'clock games have some intrigue as well, especially up in Buffalo, where it'll be the Bills taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And one more to highlight, a good one on Sunday Night Football between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tennessee Titans. On to a look at the next-gen stats for the Browns in that first half. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in Week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw. Flush to his right. And Shark calls it in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team run the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Dancing to his left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
They'll drop to throw. He finds his target, Beckham. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, Not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. Steps away to his left. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Odell Beckham there to make the grab. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. McLeod now on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
And when you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just lob one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 15. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if we can drive the bus here again on this drive.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. 7 yards to pick up there. So a nice throw there. And, CD, I have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
You know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. The tackle there by John Johnson. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, they'll throw. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They're going to look to throw. Forced out to his left. And they force him to the sideline, corral him out of bounds here behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Jalen Phillips in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball safely, of course, or go.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be gathered up in the end zone, and that's a defensive touchdown. So many times tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here is the defense coming up huge.
And you know, head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Throwing, Mayfield. Swings this out for Hunt. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate Big plays for an offense.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Pass caught by Hooper.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Mayfield. And this one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 6 there on first.
Mayfield to throw. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie.
First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Here's Baker. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt.
And down inside the 15 he goes. The Browns try to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away.
Over to Hooper on the sideline.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Now Mayfield.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. Desperation time. Mayfield on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. And to give this time to the tailback.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.